All right, so we have our most missed problems from Friday. So the first one is, what is the diameter of a circle? And it says a circle has a circumference of 3.14. So we know that circumference equals 2 pi r. All right, and they told us circumference is 3.14, which is approximately pi, and that equals 2 pi r. All right, so if we divide over, we're going to divide by the 2 pi. All right, and we get r equals 3.14 over 2 pi. Now, if we use the approximation that Khan has been using throughout, that 3.14 is going to cancel out, and we'll end up at 1/2 for r, or r equals 0.5. If we type it into our calculator using the pi button, we're going to get 3.14 divided by 2 times the pi button, and if we do that, we end up with a r is 0.499746. So to one decimal place, we're still at a 0.5. So again, both should work here, but again, it's 0.5. Now, for the next one, it says, what is the circumference of the following circle? They give us diameter. So we know circumference equals 2 pi r. All right, in this one, r would be 3/2. So you have 2 pi times 3/2. The 2's are going to cancel, and I'm going to be at 3 pi. All right, so we can type that in exact, or we can go ahead and do 3 times 3.14, and it gives us a 9.42. All right, as an approximate answer. If I run on to the next one is area of a sector. So area of a sector, we are going to be taking the area of a circle, which is pi r squared, and we're going to be multiplying by that by some fraction of the whole circle. So in this first one, we're going to have 300 over 360, because it's a 300-degree central angle, and r is 5. So we've got 300 times 25 over 360 times pi. All right, and then at this point, we'd lean on the calculator. All right, so I've got 300 times 25, which is going to be 7,500. Divide that by 360, and I get 20.8333. And then if I multiply that by our pi, all right, we should end up with a 65.45. All right, so I look for that choice, and it looks like we're at the 65.4. Since they rounded to one decimal place, that's why we have the round off difference there. Because if I take that out a little bit further, it was 449. All right, so if I round it one decimal place, we would round down, so it'd be 65.4. All right, so that one should be a D. If I jump to number 4, and the final one here, we have a central angle of 210. So 210 out of 360 times our pi r squared, r is 12. All right, so I end up with 210 times 144, which is 12 squared, over 360, and that whole thing times pi. So I take 210 times 144, I get 30,240, divide that by 360, I get 84, so we have 84 pi. All right, if I multiply that out times 3.14, I get 263.76. All right, so 263.76. It looks like the closest we're at here is B. So I'm guessing this is a situation where they did use the pi button. All right, and if I multiply by the pi button, I do actually get 263.89, which would round up to a 263.9. All right, so Khan's a little bit inconsistent here at times. This one particular homework problem was not a Khan problem, which is why you're seeing that inconsistency. All right, so they are using the pi button on these last two. So I hope that answers your question, and I will see you this week on Tuesday. Bye.